you close your eyes for me, please? Picture your morning routine or your nighttime routine. Think of what you do and the products you use. Is there a leaping bunny on the bottle? Maybe you use NARS makeup, Aquaphor, Old Spice body wash or deodorant, or maybe fresh set clothes washed by Tide out of the washing machine. You can now open. Did you know 88% of cosmetic brands use a form of animal testing? No living thing should have to go through the pain and the torture that these animals have to do for our own good. The animals are not ours. So let's all start to look for the leaping bunny. Most people have the misconception that animal testing is simply putting makeup on a dog. To quote Claire Powell, when I was younger, I thought animal testing was simply putting makeup on a dog and wondering why you would use it, because wouldn't the fur get in the way? Wouldn't it be too bumpy? Well, for people out there like Claire, animal testing is a lot different. It is defined as a scientific experiment that causes an animal pain, harm, and or death. Some testing includes taking an organ out to do testing on it, injecting harmful substances, or killing it, called the lethal dose 50. This includes in our very own school in class dissections in 10th grade biology class. Other situations, they're put into stress, anxiety, or depression. Experimenting on animals is not only cruel, but completely unnecessary and unethical. Quoted from the PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. Vertebrates are usually the only animals used because they're the most like us, but in some places octopi are used. In Europe, they have completely banned the use of monkeys, which in Asia, Africa, and South America, they keep them trapped and sent to other laboratories. Life in the lab is not a place for a living thing, also agreed by the PETA. They are in cages, pens, boxes, sterile indoor laboratories. No place for a living thing. All alone, dark, trapped, and scared. No place for any living thing. They get so scared that they rock back and forth, waiting for someone to come get them out. They pace and they cry, and they reach for each other. With animal testing come horrific experiences that are shown to the public. It is the year of 1981, and the PETA founder, Ingrid Newkirk, was looking for a laboratory to take down. She found one in Silver Spring, Maryland. She asked her closest colleague, Alex, to go scope it out to see what was really going on. He went there. It was a warehouse run by an animal experimenter and psychologist with no medical training, with the name of Edward Topp. There were 17 monkeys found in wire cages with species cemented on. They were scared and trapped. Their spinal cords were broken, held by packing tape, severed, torn apart. No place for a living thing. Wound-filled bodies, all alone, dark, trapped, and scared. In some experiments, they were in a refrigerator, locked in there, and they were shocked, one shock after another, until they picked up a single raisin, a tiny little raisin with a broken arm that did not work. In another, pliers were hanging off of their body, tearing their skin. And in another, there was packing tape. No place for a living thing. They were so scared that they started to reach for one another. They wanted to get out. They rocked back and forth and cried. They were so hungry that they searched through their waist with their broken fingers because there was nothing else to eat. The evidence was given to the police, and the first thing that hit the police was the smell, said by the Washington Post. Edward was later arrested and convicted. Finally, the animals have won. Now, why can't the animals always win? Most people believe that animal testing is the closest thing we can get to us. But there are a lot of other alternatives like stem cell research, clinical research, testing cells, and tissue matter to us as humans? Well, humans are harmed because of misleading animal test results all the time. Quoted from PubMed Central. There was a test on adverse drug reactions, ADRs. 100,000 people died. It was tested on animals and humans. See now, animals didn't prove anything that humans didn't, so why are we still using them? The animal tests do not check for common cause of drug deaths, said by Speaking of Research. Brands are starting to realize how terrible animal testing actually is. Like Bare Minerals, Dial, Trader Joe's, Sunbum, and Suave, and Dove. They are completely cruelty-free. And you will see this on their bottle, a cruelty-free sign. It isn't always 100% true, but it is most of the time. Today I made you uncomfortable, and I'm sorry. But to get my point across of what it is and why it should end, the points needed to be made. So with that being said, let's all work together to end the inhumane act of animal testing and start to look for the leaping bunny.